first we need an EMR instance. So let's go ahead and launch an EMR instance by clicking on create cluster, right? And the application that we want to install, it's going to show up in some time. So we want core Hadoop installed in this instance, and the instance type is going to be M5 large. We need 3 instance, 1 master, 2 core nodes, and the key pair that we want to associate. I have a key pair that I want to associate with it. Then create a cluster. I've already went ahead and created a cluster. Cluster generation takes quite a bit of time, right? So let me not launch this cluster. I've already created a cluster, it's right there, and the cluster is in a waiting state. It's fully started, it's in waiting state for us to give inputs or commands, right? So let's log in, and here is the here's the DNS that I used to log in, right? And the command to log in would be SSH-I, and then the key that you have attached to that instance, EC2-user, and then the DNS name that you've copied, and then it lets you log in. All right. Actually, you don't have to log in for this lab unless and until you want to run some queries through the CLI. Right here, most of the part is going to be done through the console itself. So for this lab, we're going to use some sample data, which is CloudFront Access logs, and Amazon has some sample data available here and there that can be used for labs, and we're going to use such sample data and do this lab. And the sample data is available in a particular URL. Right, I'll make this available to you in the resource section, right? Where region is the region you have launched your EMR instance. And it also has an Hive script that actually generates a table and then run queries on top of it. And that script is also available with Amazon. And here's the URL. I'll make this available to you in the resource section. And the region, here is the region where you have launched your EMR instance. And the Hive table, and the Hive CloudFront queue, this file, this script is actually going to create a table, right? Create a table called CloudFront logs, and it's going to have all these rows and columns, and match and put the datas in them and create a table out of it. All right. So that's what is in this script. If you're running the commands in the CLI, this is what you would run. But like I said, we're going to use script stored in S3 to query and generate an output. So let's go and create a job. So the step type is going to be Hive program. Script location is actually in the S3, right? So let's put S3, and the region is US East 1. That's the region we are in, US-East 1. And the input S3 bucket, we already have it. This is the bucket in the internet from which we're going to pull the files. Right, so let's put that. And region is US-East-1. And the output location, where do you want to save your data, right? I have created a bucket and I've called it as EMR Hive Learn Card, and within that I have a folder created. So I'm going to put all the outputs there. And action on failure is what to do if the step fails. Well, keep going. Continue. So the status of the step changes from pending to running after some time, and then to complete. Right. Sometimes we might need to kind of refresh the page and see the appropriate status. the job actually failed, and looking at the logs, we see there's an error, right? It says could not open the input file for reading, and the file is ending with a dot, which is not correct. So let's clone the step and create a new Hive program. Right, make sure there's no dot there, and the region is US-East-1. Right, and input location of the bucket, so that's going to be US-East-1, and output location is, I have an output location created, right? So that's the output location. We see that everything is good. We can add and wait for the job to get completed. And as you know now, the status is going to change from pending to running and then to completed. And now we see it's complete. And the difference between the two jobs is that we pointing to the file was kind of incorrect, where we had a dot towards the end, and that was making the file inaccessible. Let's go to our bucket and see what do we have there. So go to S3, filter the name of the bucket, and then go in here, and we see new files created, and we see a file. Let's open that file. The file got downloaded. Let me open it, and when I open it, it actually shows me the number of users who were accessing that CloudFront URL, and how many of them were Android users, how many of them were through Linux operating system, Mac, OS X, Windows, and iOS. All right, so this is an EMR analysis completely without logging in to the EMR, and we did all these analysis through the console itself.
Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching this video. Share your feedback or queries in the comments section, and we will reply to you as early as possible. Happy learning with LearnCarts.